What is going on, guys? Lloyd here, back again with another video. So it's been about a year and 4 months since I got my Ariel Rider X-Class 52V first version, 18 amp hour version, not the 20 amp hour. And I think it's time to review this thing. Full disclaimer, I actually reviewed this thing a few months after I got it. However, with this review, I think it's kind of just like a follow-up after 1 year of full ownership and stuff, and just to kind of give you guys a quick overview of what is the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I'm using a wireless microphone for my iPhone that's attached to it. First time using it, but hopefully the audio is coming in great. So let's start first, I guess, with the good stuff, or rather, I guess, what's changed since the last time I talked about my Ariel Rider, X-Class e-bike. So as you guys can see, the tires, they're different, right? Yep. So I finally had the chance to change out my tires, mainly because it was time to change it. So these tires are basically street tires, and they came, well, rather, I bought them from a company that is no longer around. If you guys are familiar with them, they were super popular in the Ariel Rider forums and stuff like that, Facebook pages and whatnot. But they came from Zugo Bike. So they're basically called Zugo Rhino Street Tires or something like that. I think that's what it's called. I don't quite remember. It's been so long. But unfortunately, they are no longer, the Zugo Bike company, they are no longer in business. However, though, these tires are actually made by a popular brand of bike tires, motorcycle tires, and stuff like that, and it is called Kenda tires. So if you guys are interested, maybe I'll find a link it down below in the description and whatnot, but they are going to be there and all that stuff. So yeah, even though the bike company is out of business, at least the tire is still in business. Anyways, other than that, what's changed? I guess not only the tires, but also the screen itself. So I got, well, let me just move over here. My friend was kind enough to solder and stuff like that my screen, and basically it was time to change it. I wanted something that is a lot more information heavy, where I am able to view my voltage, and just overall looks modern and stuff like that. So he was awesome enough to just solder it for me, and yeah, here it is. And yeah, everything works, functionalities, the light and stuff still works. Brake, so if I push on the brake, it's gonna, yeah, everything is literally just wired the same. It's just upgraded screen. What else has changed here? So that's basically all, guys. That's all that's changed here. There's nothing ridiculously major, no like 3,000 kilowatt upgrade and stuff, which I will talk more later in the video. But let's start first with the good stuff, I guess. I have about 2,000 miles now for my Ariel Rider X-Class 52V, and with the tires, I changed them out right around 1,338 miles. I don't have a screenshot of it, unfortunately, but basically I was like, wow, the back tires was really pink. Like I can literally see like the baldness of it. And so I was like, wow, it's time to replace these. The front tires were fine, but I was like, I want to make it even, right? So that's basically all. Like everything else is fantastic. Everything works great. Obviously, some basic mechanical stuff that I gotta do is tighten up the spokes and stuff like that, change up the brake pads, because I brake a lot, and then also just kind of do some brake fluid flush of the brakes here. So that's all I did. And with regards to anything else, everything else basically just kind of stayed the same. I did not have any major issues of fixing XYZ stuff here. Screws are working fine. The front fender, since it's still summertime, still pretty dry over here, actually, here in the greater Seattle area. I still have the front fender, but I just like to remove it during the summer months. But other than that, everything else works great, works fine. Now, the bad, I would say the shocks. I got to try out a couple of e-bikes out there, and I am sad of how crappy these forks are and this shocks. I mean, I did replace this one time, but then I switched back to the original ones that came with it, because The one I got was not that good. However, though, I might replace that again for a different one. But overall, just the stock version of the shocks here are not that good. So I wish Ariel Rider would have, invested a little bit more with the forks, the shocks and stuff like that for their first version. I don't know how the second version of the X52V feels like, but yeah, they're just rough, and I'm kind of disappointed with that. Other things too is, yeah, they're just the light and stuff like that. So I've had some comments and stuff about the brake light that, it's not that bright, not that visible, even with the second version. So I wish it was a slightly brighter, and I wish they also just kind of integrated a bigger and brighter turn signal lights. But again, I have no issues with that. Now the ugly, there's really nothing ugly. I mean, everything is working fantastic with this e-bike after 2,000 miles, knock on wood. Other than that, it's holding up well, and I hope it continues that way for the next thousands of miles out there. Now, am I going to upgrade to a 3,000 kilowatt mod and stuff like that, change out the hub motors, batteries, everything, controllers and everything like that? So after pondering about it, guys, and also just weighing in the costs and stuff and benefits, I've decided not to upgrade to that kit. I mean, some of my subscribers slash viewers, some of you guys have probably upgraded to that, but I figured to just stick with, just the stock speed, stock, voltage and everything, 52V, keep it, OG. Um, and so I'm not gonna upgrade to that. However, though, it does look dope, but I'd rather just buy a Talaria or something if I am gonna go that speedy route, if you know what I mean. I guess another thing too, though, that I did have to replace before I forget, and you guys might have noticed it already, is the FBC battery blender. So the other one kind of blew out on me, actually, so I had to purchase a new one. It didn't really blow out. Well, it did blow out. It just basically overheated, and then the back panel just kind of came off. Other than that, I replaced, or rather, I got a slightly longer XT60, wiring here, just so that I have a better, just overall wiring situation for my e-bike here. So yeah, that's basically all, guys. That concludes this video. Like I said, it's just a quick check-in. I already did a very comprehensive review of this e-bike. This is more of just like, what's changed? Is there anything that I encountered in the 1 year of ownership of this Ariel Rider e-bike? Yes, but it was nothing too major. In fact, maybe I'm one of the lucky ones here. I've been seeing a lot of people in the Facebook group pages and stuff that I'm in, that they seem to always have an issue or two, or maybe humongous issue with their Ariel Rider. And actually, I'm gonna pop it up right here. But one of the viewers actually on my video was just kind of, disappointed and already scared of purchasing this e-bike. And again, I'm not affiliated with Ariel Rider. Each customers like myself, have their own unique experience with the e-bike. So I'm just probably one of the lucky ones that have never really had any issues. I've never had a flat tire. My tires were fine. But then again, you can't really blame the tires, right? Because it's where you ride and how you ride it. And also, I've never really had any issues with any of the wirings and stuff. Everything was just working fine. So other than that, though, guys, I am hoping that this e-bike will last me a few thousand more miles here. So knock on wood. But I do have some exciting experiences in the horizon that I will be doing with this e-bike. So more on that later on in the next couple of videos down the road that I'll be posting in the next couple months or so here. So with that said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.